Okay, any questions? No? All free doubts? No doubts? All happy life? All a happy life? Oh man, this is the first session I'm seeing everyone with no problems. So you want me to keep talking? That's what you're trying to say? Any relationship issues, any education, or any not medical doubts? Okay, let me talk about doctors then. You want to know more about doctors? How to be a positive doctor? Okay. Now, many people take doctor, one, to have a doctor next to the name, right? It looks good, right? Right? It's cool, you know, doctor da or doctor this. Some people want to be a doctor to make money. You know, nice, you might get nice pay and all that. Some people take doctor because their parents want to be doctor. There'll be some set of people, my mother want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor, okay, J doctor, right? There are people like that. Some people want to be doctor because they want to build their ego by saying that, yes, I am a doctor. Right? There are some people like that. I don't know who all are hearing this, but I know some of you will have it. Some people become a doctor because they want to serve the community, the good cause, being a doctor. Some doctors, which I would say a positive doctor, is because you love doing it. So all these 5 factors I've told, by all means you will become a doctor, no issues. But there's one thing called loving that profession. Because you're doing it, because you truly find happiness in doing it. You're studying it because you truly want to know more about it. You are writing the exam so that you can score those marks and make a difference to the community. I know everyone wants to be a doctor. How many are thinking of this 5th point? Anyone? No one? So you're all in this other 4 categories, right? No? Okay, so okay, some might think that way, some might think of any of the 5 ways. But I tell you one thing, doctor with a name like DR, you know, because previously I had the same feeling, right? I did MBA and I did MSc. I had a choice to go for PhD just for the doctor's name, you know, you can be a doctor doing because I'm all commerce, right? I did all my education in commerce. Now you might think, oh, commerce guys lecturing doctors. You might think that way also. For me, it doesn't matter. Because what happens is, even I had an option to take doctor, because after my MBA, I can do my PhD, technically. But I chose to do MSc in business psychology, right? Because I was always keen to understand about why people think this way, why people that happens, why that thought process works. So I dropped the doctor's point of view, being a doctor in commerce, whatever. And I thought, okay, if I want to help people, I need to know how they think. So I chose that because I love to know how people think, or I love to know why someone is shouting. I was always curious, why someone is shouting at me, or why someone is blaming me. Something is going in their head, right? That's why they blame me. So I dropped the doctor's plan, basically. So that's doctor's name, right? You want to get the doctor's name, you feel good. Because what happens is, you can get that stamp doctor, but if her actions don't relate to be a true doctor, that name is of no use. There are, since you're in Ayurvedic, there are doctors who didn't do the education and they're doing treatments and it's being cured. So doctor is nothing in the name. The DR is just a name. The system is going to give you a stamp that you're a doctor. But if your actions don't relate to it, it is so short term that you will be called, oh yeah, he is just a doctor with name. I know you'll be calling so many doctors here. It's just for the name. So don't be that. So that's the first point. Doctor with a name, DR, whoever is excited to be here just to get a DR next to the name, is temporary. It can look good. Because I'll tell you what, if you do doctors just for the name, after a long time, when people don't give you that respect for the name, right? That is when it'll start poking you. When people in the community will say, oh, this is just for name, he's doctor. That is when you'll think all the education what I did, all the studies which I did is useless. And that becomes too late for you to, feel bad about. So right now, if anyone has this feeling, I just want a DR next to my name, I'll tell you, after some time, you won't do the proper treatment, people will start hating you, or forget that, you have done something so messed up, it comes in the media, all this will happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Some people can get through it, get through life and die a peaceful life, that's okay. But these are the consequences when you're just studying to get a doctor next to the name. At the end of the day, a doctor truly becomes a doctor when the patients accept them that he's a doctor. It's not you, it's a surrounding of that. So that's DR with the name. What is the next point? What did I say? Sorry? Sorry? No, go ahead. What? To make money. Okay. See, so she's listening, now I know. Okay, so that's what you got to do. You got to check if people are doing it, right? No, it's working. It's working. No, they won't hear me. There's no speaker here. Okay. Right? So next is to make money. Okay? So when you say money, we all want to make money. Right? But the question what happens is, it's okay? Yeah, go ahead. See, this is the best part, right? Some problems, if you are positive, will solve on its own. Right? Now, my mother there found the mic is not working, or because she's standing back, people are not listening. Okay? She knew, I don't know, maybe she wants to hear she did it. I don't know what made her do it. I remained calm. She went and fixed it. Maybe she wants to hear, maybe that fan is turning, she can't hear it well, that could be the reason. But what I'm trying to tell you is, some problems will come. If you keep fixing it, if you can't fix it, God or life will send someone to fix it. This is one of the best examples you have seen. Somewhere, whatever talk I'm doing, and then? Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah. So what's happening is, when you keep fixing your problem, and when you know there is somewhere a block is happening, life will send another person to make it a fix. Now, did you see that example, right? But what we do is, we do 1, 2, oh, it's not happening, man, forget it. Or we do other 2, oh, it's not happening, man, forget it. The third step when you take is when someone is sent and your issue and your problem is fixed, right? Maybe somewhere, someone around, deep inside, is thinking, oh, I need to hear a little more clear, I need to hear a little more clear. But when you're doing it something for a good cause, someone action will automatically happen. That's the power of positivity. When you're doing something for a good cause, that system has to support you. Because why should a person who's doing something positive, negative actually hit them? It cannot. Because you keep on hitting, okay, you have a problem, I'll fix it. You have a problem, I'll fix it. Fix it. Okay, now you have a problem, let the surrounding fix it. Right? Maybe you gave me this 5 minutes and 10 minutes, right? Somewhere around in my childhood or whatever, I have given someone 5 minutes. That's why you are giving me this 5 minutes. Not because I'm talking good or nice or whatever it is. Talking good and nice is good. But then somewhere you have done your corrections, your time or your management, that it comes back to you. Now you have, okay, doctors, okay, let me go, I'm going out of the topic, right? So doctor for money, right? We all want to make money. Some people say money is equal to oxygen, right? There's a big quote I always see on the net, money is equal to oxygen. Without that, you can't survive. Now let me tell you, if you're a doctor, you have studied all this, you have to make money. Okay? People will say, oh, do the social service, that's all. See, at the end, if you don't have money, can you actually do good to the world? Because you can do by service, you can do by your actions, but then you have your family at the end, right? Family won't run just because of social service, right? Like for example, you have for guys, you might have your wife, for girls, you might have your husband, then your children's. then your parents, and your girl's in-laws. So that's basically the family, right? So for that to run, you need money. People, whoever tells that, don't look for the money in the doctors, I don't believe that. But then, you can make money, but there are people who can pay you. Like my concept is, whoever can pay you, take it. But there are some people who cannot pay you. So there you can actually do something for free. Right? If there is a source of money which is coming, like that's the differentiate between a doctor. Sometimes what happens, once this money starts coming, a greed thing will step in. I need to make more. I need to make more. I need to make more. And that's when these problems happen. So make sure that money making is okay, but it should never move to greed. Greed means from every patient who comes, I'm going to make money. That's when you become a DR doctor who wants money, and from a positive doctor who's there to serve. But if people have money to pay, why not? So that makes you a better doctor again. So I wouldn't say be a doctor just for being a doctor, be a doctor to make money. Because you have your family, you have your system. Because maybe sometimes you can plan it in such a way that you make this money and start a hospital. You can do that. Everyone can do that. The people have done it. I don't think that, oh, it's not possible for me. Or maybe a group of friends, 5 friends comes together, doctors in different departments. Start a hospital. Maybe you need money. At that time, you don't go do social service because you're working for a bigger social cause. Right? I think this institute, even your college does free service, free consultation and all, correct? So when you do something like that, it comes back. So it's that 5 minutes, right? You're giving that 5 minutes, it has to come back to you. So maybe you're in a very big problem or very issue in life. Your friends will say, okay, go ahead, you fix that. We will take care of the hospital. So it all depends on how you give back. So money is important. I wouldn't say no. Make the money out of being a doctor. But because you have a family, you have a system, you have that thing to support. But then give back to the community. Like I have a job, right? I'm not doing this professionally. I have a job that's paying me money. But this, I love doing it, I'm doing it. Right? I'm not charging or anything. I'm just doing it because I love spreading the message. So that's when you become, the money will move out of your way, and being a pure positive doctor will start working for you, right? So what happens is, for example, you will say, okay, I'm going to charge from every person. There is a thing called grace, which is very powerful, which creates a circle of positivity more for you. For example, you're helping someone who really needs help, who don't have money to get that service, you do it. Forget the money part. Grace is so powerful that once it gets piled up, it has no other choice than to give it to you. Buy money or buy peace. Like for example, you have all the money, right? But no one to share that money with. What's the point? You have all the money, but you don't have a children to buy a gift or a mother to happily receive a gift from you. What's the point of the money? You have all the money and you don't have health to actually enjoy that money. What's the point? Now, if a patient who really needs, help, okay? You help that person. Don't you think the person who doesn't have the money will give you a grace? Let this doctor have good health. Or let this doctors have a blessed family. Now, when that thing comes, you have no other choice than your health to be good. And when that grace comes, there's no other choice than their family to be happy. Because each help you do, they give you, some people will give you that grace by saying, let him have so much money that he can serve more people like us. Now see that magic, right? When you leave that money part and work on what's actually required. Am I boring? Interesting talk? Okay. So you got to check, right? Sometimes it can get boring, right? So the money part is clear. So first part is doctor just for the name. Second part is doctor for the money. What is the third one? Mother, father wants to become a doctor. Okay. Now, that's a very complicated topic because, sorry? Okay. Now, mother, father wants you to be a doctor. Now, there may be various reasons why parents want to be a doctor. Okay. First point you got to understand is that why are they actually want you to be a doctor? That's the first point. Whenever parents push you for doing something, your first point is to find out why they truly want you to be a doctor. Is it because, come back, is it because they just wanted to say a doctor name? Come back into the 5 points. Okay. First point, is it just because DR? Oh, my son is doctor. Just to say that, because you have to be very careful. Right? Is it because you want to have a good finance? Right? So the finance part I've cleared. Right? So you should be very careful on what basis your parents are pushing you to become a doctor. Right? Now, you have chose this field. Right? Now you have put your finger on this and have begin to start. Now for you at this time, you don't have any finance, you don't have anything to do, right? Not you don't have anything to do, you don't have the finance for your own education. So right now when parents pushes you to become a doctor, right now you have no other choice than to be a doctor. Now for example, you want to be a singer, or you want to be an artist, or you want to be a web designer, or you want, these are all your dreams, okay? Deep inside you will have your own dreams. Or you want to be a dancer, or you want to be a, what do you say? What else? Maybe you want to be an engineer. Let's take it from that side, okay? Or maybe you want to be a businessman, or you want to make money, right? All these factors can be there deep inside you. But right now you have no other choice because your parents have put you into this doctor thing, right? You're stuck. So right, this 3 years or 5 years, what I know, people who don't want to be a doctor, it's okay, like that's a choice, right? But then since your parents have put you into this, make sure you complete it. I'll tell you something. Is it more cool to be a businessman who's a doctor? Don't you think that's really cool? Right? Or think you are a singer. Don't you think you have a doctor next to the name? Don't you think people will freak out? Don't you think you will be an idol for different people? Think. So how your story is going to be? Oh, parents pushed into the, see the theme of the story, right? Parents pushed to be a doctor, she worked hard, or he worked hard, became a doctor, and then went after his passion and became a great singer. Don't you think that's more cool? And don't you think people really genuinely, you become a very good idol for people? See, that's what you got to see, right? The more we reject the system, the more it works against us. Now your parents have pushed you into this, finish it somehow, right? But then, when you're doing this, if you have some other passion, like singing or YouTube, now you're all into this, not you, even I'm into it, into this social media world, right? You have YouTubes, people are making money through that, you have people are making money through online, all other sources. When you have free time, or when you have vacation, work on that. Work on your dream. I always say never kill your dream. Whatever dream you have, work on it parallelly so that it doesn't die in you. Right? For example, you want to be a singer, okay? Like you see shows, Idea Singer and all that, you want to be a singer. Make sure when you have free time, see when I'm saying one example, you can apply into various dreams which you have, okay? Don't think I'm telling everyone to be a singer here. So look at each and every example which you have. Work on maybe 1 hour every day on singing, like, or tell my parents, okay, I will do this, I will get these marks, but you would allow me for singing. So what happens? Your dream doesn't die. But what we do is, we directly say, no, I don't want studies, I don't want anything, I directly want to be a singer. That's where the problem starts. So parents have pushed you into it. If this is only for people whose parents have pushed you into, not for everyone, okay? If you truly want to be a doctor, be a doctor. But what I'm saying is, education will always help you regardless, right? I did my bachelor's, I did my MBA, okay? I'm telling you right now, it's of no use for me, right? But one thing I know is, when I tell BSc, MBA, MSc, people say, wow, hey, it looks good, right? People have no other choice than to listen to you. Why do you think you sit, when you say doctor, this one, you'll sit and listen? Yeah, he knows everything. I'll tell you something, people, like, I'll tell you something. You know anything what you have studied in your 4th grade, 5th grade? Like date, word to word. Every doctor sitting there, talking, they're all talking based on what they've experienced. They're not talking on what they've learned. Because the experience will teach them so many things due to which you're all, because I'm telling you, every talk which you're listening to experience and not what they have learned. Only classes, teachers will tell you what they have learned. But seriously, now for example is, like, okay, Dr. Abdul Kalam, right? You will all listen to his talk. I don't know, you have listened to his talk? Any talks you have listened to his talk? Does he talk about science? Does he talk about science? Science? He's one of the greatest scientists, right? What do you listen to? Is his English good? Like, it's just normal English, right? But we all sit and listen. Why? Because he has become that person. So each one of you can become a doctor and be a singer. Each one of you can become a doctor and can be an engineer also. Like if you're into business, right? If you want to make quick money, right? Finish as a doctor, start a hospital. After doctor, do an MBA, start a hospital. So what you're into, don't throw it away, because people will say, oh, follow the dream, or follow what's your passion. It's okay, follow your dream, what's your passion. But what you're into, what's available for you, don't throw that away. Because you have this, you're not paying for any of this, right? Your parents are paying. So you have this free education which is freely granted for you. Take it. Because I'll tell you something, when you learn, don't think that you're just learning that. You're learning a lot of other things where your brain starts connecting. Right? I did my BCom, I did my MBA. I don't know when it's going to be useful. I don't know if it's going to be useful or not. Maybe I might convert this into a business or what, I don't know. Maybe that time it might be useful. Right? Or forget that, you become a doctor, okay? Now this is the best example. You become a doctor, you want to be a singer, okay? Like that's a bad combination. Like the whole world tells that's the most stupidest thing to do. Forget that. A.R. Rahman comes to you, okay, and tells you, like some conversation is happening, or think of the music director. Who's a music director who's really famous over here? A.R. Rahman? Is okay? He's a good example? Okay. He comes to you, his, his assistant has an issue, okay? You go there, you just have a conversation, somehow you meet him, you tell him a tip of how to cure that disease, the disease gets cured, then you have a conversation, you talk about music, then you talk, you're a trained musician, oh, I know A.R. Rahman, why don't you come and try out your audition there? You're a singer. So don't think that doctor won't help you somewhere around. You are studying this, you are put into this due to some reason. Only time will tell you. But don't throw it away. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't just scrap it and say it's of good for nothing. Or now, since you're Ayurvedic, like did that A.R. Rahman give you a very good example? So each one of your dream is still there. You keep getting trained for your music. You keep training for your dream. And in one fine day, that's 5.5 years, you got to do your doctors to be a doctor. So 5.5 years, 1 point will get you prepared for being a musician when it's at that right time. But then you got to train for your music. Never kill your dream. Keep your dream within yourself. Work on it when you have spare time so that you're polishing your craft. And once that's done, an opportunity will come or might come, right? And then, an opportunity might come and the situation will come and you become a singer. Now, let's go a little bit talking about passion. Now, if you want to be, now when I'm saying singer, you can replace yourself with engineer, or you can replace with yourself, a restaurant you want to start, you can replace with that at different things. Like if you want to open up a restaurant someday, you can start working now. How much fund do I need? How much do I need a cook? Or how do I arrange it? How do I design it? Or you want to go into fashion designing. What information do I need? Do I know about textiles? Do I know about dress designing? All this you can work while doing a doctor. Don't you think it's really cool again? A doctor, fashion designer. Like it's cool. People will come, whoa, who's this new person? A doctor? And that too, an Ayurvedic doctor into fashion designing. It's like, whoa. And you look at the cool part, right? Now, but then always remember, every education, what you're studying or what you're put into, has somewhere making you someone. Focus on that rather than being that stamp doctor, okay? Now passion. Now if you're getting into singing or if you want to be a fashion designer, whatever it is, again, work on it because you love doing it, okay? Don't go for the fame, don't go for the money, right? Now some kids will come to me and tell me, no, I have this passion, I want to be a singer. I ask them, like, from where did you got this dream from? No, idea singer, people are having this fame, all the money and all that stuff. I say, like, if you want to get that fame and money, you can get, see, when you talk about fame, like I always go, when you say 1 point fame, you're doing all this for the fame. You can get fame by good means and bad means also. If you do a robbery and if you get caught, you will get same fame. So that's a problem. You focus on fame so much, like you want to be a doctor, right? You want to be a very famous doctor. You focus on fame so much that you'll start finding wrong ways to do, to get that fame. And then you get caught. You will get fame. So be very focused on what you're focusing on. If you want to be a doctor to get fame, life will give you, but is it in the right way or the wrong way? I don't know. See, that's the problem with fame. Same with money. If your focus is too much on money, and that's why you're becoming a doctor, how you're going to make the money, I don't know. Maybe it's black money you're making, I don't know. Or maybe some other ways, maybe, you know, that I really don't know if this is happening, I'm just making up examples. Maybe the doctor is taking charges more than what the hospital is charging behind the back. That way also you can make money, but is it really a true money? Is that patient coming to you with that true happiness? No. So whatever passion you do it because you love doing it, because when you start doing what you love, people have no other choice than to accept you. Like, I am doing this because I love doing it, because I can spread this message. Somehow I came to know about this, I'm sharing this. You're all listening because I love doing it. You won't listen if I'm frustrated here and talking like, you know, positive living is like this, you know, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, it goes like this, like this, like this. How much time you're going to listen to me? Maximum. Because I truly love what I'm doing, I'm spreading that true, like, you know, that my passion to you. You have no other choice than to listen to me. You have no other choice. So same way singing, same way fashion designing. Because for example, like I know one child who has come to me, she has a big, I think she's pushed into engineering and she wants to go into, interior decoration, right? So I told her, study engineering, finish it. But when you go for these, when you have free time, study about different designs, study about different interior decoration. And when you go to different homes, give advice to people. Give free advice. I have learned this, you know, instead of that grill this way, make it the other way. People will note. Now, when you go for marriage, hey, this color combination is not right. Make it other color combination. Don't you think people will start noting you? People will slowly start noting you. And when they start noting you, some other fashion designer will come to know about you. Hey, who's this new kid on the block everyone is talking about? They will call. Hey, come to our room, why don't you join? There you go, an engineer getting into, and he will freely train you because you're good. Now I'm coming and talking to her, right? I've done all my commerce. How can a commerce guy give a lecture to someone who's going to be a doctor? It doesn't make sense, right? But still people are calling. Why? Because you truly believe, you truly love. See, I'm standing in front of you, purely my education in commerce. Even when people call me here, even I was thinking what I'm going to talk, right? Because when you truly believe something, the whole system will start supporting you. The whole system will love them because you're talking from your heart. Because when you do something you love, your mind steps out. That's the beauty of when you do something which you love. And then your heart starts talking. And when your heart starts talking, if you can connect to other people's heart, the miracle will happen. But if you're still stuck in your mind, I want to make money, I want fame, I want, I would make my parents proud. If you have all that concept, it's all your mind. If it comes from your heart, I'm truly doing it because I love my parents have put me into this education, let me finish it. And then I will prove the world what I'm really capable of. But don't kill your dream. That's right, because everyone, your dream no third person, or no, forget, no second person can tell you what your true dream is. But then, and every dream within you can be achieved provided you work parallelly on that. Like there'll be courses, there'll be conferences. Go for that when you have free time. Like, I'm not saying don't get into doctor. I'm saying that if you love being a doctor, be that doctor. If you can finish your course, finish it, and then work on your dream so that, because I'll tell you something, I would feel much better if I have a doctor next to my name and talking in front of you. I'll tell you right now, the Dr. Deek Parshni is cool, right? Right? It's really cool. And you will listen more seriously. But when sir says, oh doctor, this is coming, oh yeah, so let's be serious, right? It's human nature, right? It's human nature when you have all these tags around, it's good. Like for me to do this talk, do I need BCom, do I need MBA, do I need to be a doctor? I don't need anything of this what I've done, right? But I did it, right? Because the system pushed me to do it, I did it. My friends told me to do that, I did it. And now I ended up here. But then, like for example, I have my MSc in business psychology. That might trigger someone else to allow me to talk, right? So there's various factors. So don't give up education. Whatever education you are, finish it, get that stamp in parallel, work on your dream so that you don't lose your craft. And once you're out of it, once you're out of being a doctor, mother is happy, parents is happy, the whole system is happy. You come with your super plan. Okay, I'm going to be a singer. I've trained this much. I have this plan. I'm going to meet with A.R. Rahman or whatever it is. I'm going to talk to this, or you have a fashion designing plan. I have this business. Now, if you're into fashion designing, right now you got to start working. So once you finish your doctor's, mother, father, everyone happy, right? Or maybe do your doctor's job for some time, but parallelly work on the dream of fashion design. So once you're done, once I'm out, okay, my fashion designing plan, this is what I'm going to do. This is the investment I need. Maybe you might not have money to start because some business, okay, restaurant. If you want to start up a restaurant, you need money. So work as a doctor. Make that money. Start your restaurant. Don't you think everyone is positive here? Your parents are happy. You are happy. Maybe you might say I'm wasting my 5 years over here, but that's okay. Your parents have wasted 20 years on you, right? If you look from your parents' point of view, right? So think it from that point. You're just wasting 5 years for them. Not wasting, but I'm telling you, it'll be applied somewhere else in your life. And that's your focus. And when you start focusing that point of view, slowly life will start changing. Your parents will be happy. You will be happy. Your dreams will be achieved. And sometimes what happens now, this is a joke. Some people it might work, but it's just a joke. If you want to get really into fashion designing and the whole system doesn't support you, marry a guy who's into fashion design. Or marry a girl who's into fashion design or into interior decoration or whatever it is. You get my point, right? So you don't kill your dream. But then a fashion designer guy will only get attracted if you talk fashion designing to him. Right? So if your conversation is the same thing, he will feel it. Oh, okay, if I marry her, our language is same, our concept is same, I'm into fashion designing, he already has a fashion designer business, you're lottery. So don't kill your dream. Being a doctor doesn't kill your dream anywhere. Or example, now we got into the education. Make that money, work for a doctor for 10 years, whatever it is, parallelly find out how to start up a restaurant. You have that money, start. And go after your passion. And let it be a doctor starts a restaurant. And let you be an example. And after that, you come to this college and tell them, see, I finished my college here and I'm a successful restaurant owner or a fashion designer. Because you got to give back at the end. Did that make sense? All clear? Any other doubts now? No other doubts? See, you can ask me anything. It's your opportunity to ask. Because I'll tell you something, I can go on talking. I'm just going to see a general overview because you might have, okay, or tell me what you think is your generation problem. If someone can step up, what's the biggest problem which you're facing due to which your life is negative. I know everyone has a problem because I had, at your age, I had my own problems. I think I figured it out and came all the way. But I was all self-taught. Or do you want to know about me? Okay. How boring, right? Again, I will talk of my story. So I spent my whole life in Gulf. How much time? Okay, I have another 45 minutes. Because what happens is, if you don't ask me questions now, after half an hour, everyone will start asking questions. Okay, I'll ask one or two. I'll reply to one or two. You will get all excited by the time I have to stop. Most of the sessions, that's how it happens. Last half an hour, the questions will come. I'll reply, and then I have to go, and you feel, oh, I have this doubt here, I have this doubt here.